All right. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd make like a little lap guide for you for what we got going on. Um, the good news is for the endurance race, the track's going to be a lot grippier because it's going to be colder. Bad news is the car's going to be heavier. So, all right, I'll just play it, and then after I'll talk about it. Um, but I do mess up the very last like big corner, but whatever. All right, I'll leave that up so you can see the inputs. Oh my god. Mm. And yeah, I got to recalibrate my brake or something. I just don't brake quite hard enough. See, I went deep. But anyway, all right. What is it? It's like a 56.1, which is pretty good for these temps. All right. I do notice a couple places I mess up earlier on, or just that I didn't notice during the lap, but here. All right. So coming up here, the best advantage I talk about all the time that we have with the McLaren is late braking. And this corner is a perfect example of how to utilize the late braking in the McLaren, which is engine braking. So I do brake, but watch how fast I like rifle down, like bop 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 bop. That like just stops the car, and that's why I love the McLaren. I have a tendency to turn in too early here. I don't know why I do that, but I turn in just a hair too early. And I kind of like to be getting a little bit on throttle as early as possible because once you get on throttle here, you're not, yeah, it carries. So that's why I'm a slow in, fast out kind of driver, and especially right there. But yeah, go back. I'm braking right at the 100, maybe a little before. Pop, 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 pop. And then this is something I've been experimenting with, and it's definitely been good for me. I'm cutting this because it opens up the next corner. All week I've been trying to like get super wide here and try to carry it, but if I just do this, then I'm like flat. Like look how early I can go flat. Uh, Bam, I'm already flat. So yeah, I just carry it, just throttle modulation, finding the grip. It's going to vary throughout the race, so you're not always going to be able to go flat super early. The other big thing with that corner is grip. Like you'll feel if your wheels are spinning, you're losing time. So if you're activating TC, you're losing time. And it is faster to cut it in, but for an endurance race, if we're doing full stints, you don't have to turn in. Just carry it out along the edge, save the tires a little bit, and then when it straightens out up here, you can cut over to get ready for the next corner. All right, and then I'm braking at the blue. I'm giving it like a really light brake. And then I like to go down the gear too early, because then the earlier I go on the gear, the more I'm in control, faster I can get on throttle. Fourth, and then this is the big part to this whole section. I feel like this is the key to the first sector, is setting this up. Once I'm past that, I'm getting ready. I'm downshifting. And then I'm going to try to angle this just right, just barely keep it in. And instead of like carrying a trail brake through it, I've been using throttle, and that's giving me more grip, and I'm carrying more speed. So like I'm using the throttle, just trying to straighten this out as much as it'll let you. Same here, throttle modulation. Try to get as close to that to get this as straight as possible. Carry speed, and then it's just kind of a feel. I guess you could go by this red over here on the right, the red barrier. Once that is off my screen, that's when I'm kind of getting on the brakes. This is where I mess up, though. I'm way too heavy on the brakes. You do not need to brake this heavy. You literally just need to barely drag it. Like, you need to be doing it like that the whole time. Because, as you can see, I stop early. This is short. I'm getting a bad angle. If I had carried my speed a little better and started my turn in right here, then my exit would be better. And then, yeah, through the exit of this corner, I'm sure you know, you can just make the corner so much wider by mounting this curb. Right, go through this. Here, this is another place where the McLaren's going to really be really good, because I've been lifting at the orange curbing or paint. Like, I'll lift, and then I'll brake after the board. But like, you can even push it. You can come from an angle like over here if you're overtaking, and then you can just use the downshifts. Like, if you want to stop, just stop. Boom. And then through here, I'm picking up throttle early because I was earlier in the week I was trying to get wide here to try to late apex this. Don't do that. Cut this and kind of make it a double apex. So like apex on the way in, rolling, lightly braking just to kind of slow the car down a little bit and rotate it. And then try to like, this is your handoff. This, like, the painted right here is kind of where you're carrying speed. This is in between the orange is where you kind of want to drift out and come back in. So it's like an anti-apex kind of. Through there, I mess up here too. You kind of want to carry it a little more to get closer to this wall, but it's not the end of the world. It's more about keeping it tight through here. And then you want your right, let me go back. You really want your right tires to not touch this curb. So it's really important that those don't touch, because then you'll get like a really bad bounce. So just keeping control through here, finding where the limited grip is. That's super important. Obviously, you can cut a bunch. I guess, let's see from the chase cam how much I'm cutting. All right. So yeah, you can completely cut over that. That's good to know. Like, you want to really get like as close to this bollard as you possibly can. Just don't touch the bollard, because it will get stuck in the front of your car and never go away. Anyway, all right, so we're going through here. You're just trying to get right. The car wants to go left. You're trying to get right. But what I'm doing, this whole time, I'm just keeping my eyes right here. Like, I'm doing all this driving through my periphery. All of my eyes are always locked onto this apex. I don't know if it'll help everybody, but it just really helps me rotate the car into it so that I can get a good exit. If I don't do that, I'm just messing up. So the whole time I'm coming through, where is it? Boom, looking at that apex, where is it? Boom, go. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole lap. I think I did. Let me see. Last lap. This one. think I went back and did it just so you could see, but it doesn't really like. It's a heavy braking zone. The only thing is, I like to keep it in second. Oh yeah, I had to warm my tires up a little bit. I like to go through in second just to avoid activating TC. So I'm depending on what your grip is, but general rule of thumb is brake. I'm braking at the orange paint, kind of letting the apex hit, my little roll bar, whatever that is, A-frame. Turn in, kind of just trail into it. I'm an early on guy, and then yeah, go out to the wall. That honestly, you can do that better, but that's just what it looks like for reference. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. And yeah, man, talk to you soon.